what's up? Brian here with the Holy Roller playing craps on a cruise to earn a free cruise. Today we're doing a tour of the Symphony of the Seas. Watch this.
Welcome to the Holy Roller, where it's all about playing craps, earning free cruises, and a whole lot more. Thanks for watching. Now let's get rolling.
All right, this is an Oasis class ship. So any Oasis class ship is going to look very similar with a few different nuances. But let me take you around the Symphony here. This is right when you walk in. Usually on embarkation day, you'll come right to this point into the promenade. So let me show you that. Come on. Pretty much you'll walk in and there's usually music playing and everything. Today's a port day, so it's kind of quiet on the ship, but this is the Royal Promenade. I like to call this the mall. And there is the back of the ship, or the aft, and then the forward is that way. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna show you this whole area, then we'll go up a level, we'll go to the back, and then I'll show you, actually we'll probably go down right up here, but it's in December, so they do have the tree up and stuff, but this is the collection. There is the robotic bar. It's like little robots that make your drinks. And here's Next Cruise. There's the shop. There's the promenade, Cafe Promenade. So all that's included except for specialty coffees. Guest services, there's a jewelry store there. Schooner's bar is right up there. Lots of trivia. I'll show you that in a second. And we're going to go, and it's funny because every Oasis class ship has like a car inside the promenade area, and this car happens to be that artwork right there. But there is some other artwork up here that I'll show you. But the shop is anything with Royal Caribbean logo. And then you have Next Cruise booking right here. Let me show you and see if I could get a list of the ships. Vision class, this is like the smallest, oldest ships from like 1997, 1996. And then you have the Radiance class, the Voyager class, the Freedom class, and the Oasis class. So you have the Oasis, the Allure, the Harmony, the Symphony, which we're on right now, the Wonder, and the Utopia. And these all are about, the capacity is about 6,700, 6,600, 5,600. And then you have the Quantum class, and then of course the Icon class with the Star coming out soon. So again, a lot of the Oasis class ships are going to be very similar with maybe some different restaurants. And so if I know the differences or the nuances, I'll let you know. But if not, you could look at my playlist. I have a playlist of all the tours that I've done on my main page for this channel. Go to the channel, go to playlists, and then select whatever ship you'd like to see. All right, Copper and Kettle Pub right there. You have Port Merchants, which sells some alcohol, and it also sells Pringles, by the way, and some chocolate. And then over here we have another jewelry store. And then here we have Sorrento's. This is all included. It is pizza. Of course, the soda's not included. You have to get the drink package for that. But Sorrento's pizza until 3 a.m. or so is very nice. And these kiosks right here usually will have stuff for sale during the non-port days, and they'll have sales that you could buy all kinds of stuff. There's a beauty store right there. And then we have, normally you wouldn't have this, but the gingerbread for display for Christmas. And then you have Boleros right here, a Latin themed bar and dancing and live band. This is the little sculpture, and then on air, there is a Starbucks right there. So one thing about Starbucks, if you ever have the drink package for specialty coffees, doesn't include Starbucks. Think about it as Starbucks is always extra, except for on a Quantum class ship. And you could go back and look at the Quantum class ships. But there's the dance floor and the bar, and this is like a Latin theme place to hang out. Very awesome. But let's go look at the on air. This is where the karaoke happens, and sometimes there's some you can see what's happening on different places, different times. It's also on your app, but there's a bar in here, and they do family karaoke. They do all kinds of different stuff in here, not just karaoke, but this is this little area here. And mainly on every Oasis class ship, you're going to have very probably pretty much it's going to be set up exactly like that. But let's go and show you. Up front is the Royal Theater. That's where the elevators are here, and it also goes down to the deck 4. So we came on deck 5, that's deck 4. Let's go up here and I'll show you the Royal Theater really quick. All right, the Royal Theater is a pretty awesome place. It's very nice for obviously the comedy shows, the headliner shows, but it is a pretty big theater. This is at the top here, and then you have the bottom section. So there's 2 levels you could get onto and into the Royal Theater, but this is it right here. Very nice. And right outside of the Royal Theater, and actually anytime you see the elevator or the lifts, you'll see what level you are on, and then also you'll be able to see all the different things if you want to know where you want to go. For instance, if we want to go to the entertainment place, we can go down the stairs right over there, or we could just take the elevator down one. But let's go down one, and I'll start there, and then we'll come back up to 6. But this is pretty much deck 5, okay? So here we go. Let's go. Let's take the stairs. So there's where we were, and we're just coming right down these stairs here. And this is where you have the non-smoking casino. It's a smaller casino, and it's non-smoking. The other casino has smoking on one side, non-smoking on the other, but you could definitely smell the smoke on both sides. But here is the non-smoking casino. It's very small, just a few games as far as slot machines. See, just like that, and then it has roulette, 3-card poker, and blackjack. So that's it in here. But you didn't come for the casino, did you? Well, I say that as a joke because this channel is all about how to earn free cruises by playing in the casino. Hopefully you don't overpay for your cruise or prepay for your cruise, but it is one of the things we do at the channel, so make sure to subscribe if you want to see how to get free cruises. But let's show you the rest of this level right up here in the forward on level 4. So that's the casino, the non-smoking casino. There's the bottom level of the Royal Theater, and then they always have some artwork, which is really cool. And then they have the attic here, which is like the comedy show area here. Then you'll see these throughout the ship. These are very nice models throughout the ship because you'll be able to see, okay, that's the forward, and the theater is always going to be in the forward, and the dining rooms will always be in the back or the aft. So if you ever see the dining rooms, you know you're towards that part. But then these are very, very cool because you can see where you are, and you can see what is in this, you know, where you're going pretty much. So I really like that. Here is Studio B, the ice skating rink. And there's an ice show. There's a time where you can do ice skating yourself. And there's also time for laser tag. So right now it's probably set up for laser tag. And you know when you see these things, it's set up for laser tag. And that's where, you know, it's like a big, let me see if I can show you actually. So this is inside, and it is like a blow up area, and right now it's like a big, just a place with a lot of different things. You see people going through there with laser tag, and but usually that's the ice skating rink, and that's where they have the ice show. There's seatings all the way around, and it is amazing ice shows. Right out of Studio B, this hallway goes to the Casino Royale, which is the main casino, and so does this side. And I'm going to show you this side because that part's just like a hallway, and this part is actually the Park West Art Gallery as well. And so let's go ahead and I'll walk you down here and show you this. If you haven't been to one of the art auctions, you don't have to buy anything, obviously, but but once you learn about art and everything, you're like, oh my gosh, I can get a great deal on that. I don't know if it's a great deal, but you do learn a great deal of information about artwork and the artists, and so always check one out. If it's ever your first cruise, you want to at least get one of the art shows, and because there's some amazing art, by the way. And so this leads right into the casino here. And I have a tour of the casino that shows you all these in details. But right now we'll just walk through, and being that I am walking through and I did talk about the free cruises, if you ever want to know more than what you can learn on the channel here, come down to the casino, talk to the casino host, and then they will tell you how to get and earn free cruise offers, because when you play you get points, and when you get points you get free cruise offers. So that's the basics, okay? Now I did want to say before we move on that I'm not sponsored by Royal Caribbean. I don't get paid for this. The way I get paid is I have members of the channel here that support what we do. And if you find value, all you have to do is give this a thumbs up, maybe subscribe, watch some of the videos, and I hope that it is bringing value to you. So thank you. Now we're going through the casino towards the aft. Let me show you what's on this side. It is the dining rooms. So the dining rooms have 3 levels, and whenever you go to the dining rooms, you're gonna have different menus every night. So the menu will be different every night. Tonight's called the Royal Dinner Night. So this is gonna be the lobster night, you know, the fancy dress up lobster night. If you're on a cruise that is 7 nights or longer, you're gonna have a lobster night. 6 nights or less, you're not gonna have a lobster night, just so you know. And here's one of these as well, so you know we're towards the aft. And you can see that the dining room is level 3, 4, and 5. And so let's do this. Let's go, and I'm gonna show you the dining room and give you some tips just in case you didn't know. So here's walking into the dining room. Now, whenever you have a chance, you're going to be choosing your dining time, and it's on your SeaPass card close to the bottom. You can see it says right here on dining, deck 4, table 533. Now, what that means, and it says, what does it say, 5 p.m.? That's my early dining time, 5 p.m. Every table has a number on it, and so you go to your deck and your table's set up ready to go for you no matter what. So there are 3 levels. You would be on deck 3, 4, or 5. So here's what it looks like down there. But like I said, all the tables have numbers on them. So this is table 501. Now the dining times are going to be 5 p.m. early dining, 8 p.m. late dining. Then there's going to be what's called my time dining. And a lot of times people are like, hey, I want to go at my time dining. Well, my time dining doesn't start until 6:45, which is pretty good time for dinner. However, if you don't make a reservation to be there right at 6:45, then you're going to be waiting like you would at any restaurant that doesn't take reservations. You'll line up out there, you'll wait for a table to be ready, and then they'll seat you. Now, let me give you this tip and pointer when it comes to reserving your table if you want to pick an early or late dining time. You're not going to want to just say, hey, table for 2. Just there's 2 of us, we want to eat at 5 p.m. Because you may end up at a table like this, unless you want to. You may end up at a table of 2, but it seats 8 or 10. And you're here meeting people that you've never eaten before with or have never met before. And that's great if you want to meet people. So what I do is I would say a private table for 2. So it's a table for 2. Can I get a private table for 2? And then they would sit you at one of these tables like right over here with just 2 people. So that's a little tip for the you know, I would pick a time. I like to pick the early dining so that I could go to the dining. I can go to dinner, I can go to show, and I can get to the casino so I can win that free cruise. All right, now we're back by the elevators, and we do see that we have zoomies here, the hibachi and sushi on this level as well. And so I showed you deck 5. So from here, we're gonna go to deck 6. But first, I'll show you the zoomies. This is an extra cost. It's a specialty restaurant. There's different things you could do here and learn how to make sushi, but it is a hibachi grill and sushi, and it's of course not open right now, but that's where you would sit down with other people, but then have a little show for the hibachi. Hello, and then you have the sushi bar here and everything. Like I said, you could do this for lunch, you could do this for dinner, and it is an extra cost. And maybe I'll just show you this in case you want to pause it and read and zoom in on that. All right, I came up 1 level to deck 5 to show you the walking track. Walking track is great because you could just do your exercise walking. It goes all the way around the ship here. And let me just show you this. How many laps are 1 mile? It is 2.4 laps equals 1 mile. and it also shows you where you are. As you go around, you'll get to the place where you can enter the fitness center. I'll show you that in a minute, but the fitness center has some stairs that comes down to the track, so you could just go around as well. Okay, that was on deck 5. I went up to deck 6. That's where we started the tour. We went down that way. I showed you below. Then we walked this way, and here is the boardwalk. This is on all Oasis class ships. You're gonna have like a Santa Cruz Beach boardwalk kind of feel. Back here you have the Aqua Theater. You have Zoldar. You have some arcade games. And you do have the doghouse. That's hot dogs, brats, and it's all included, by the way. There is a carousel here, and then there's a Sugar Beach, extra cost for some sugar candy. And then you have an arcade, and then you also have Playmakers, which is a sports bar and arcade. And the food in here is extra, by the way. And then you do have a Surf Shack, little place where you could buy stuff, that's extra. And Johnny Rockets, which is like old school hamburgers, malts, fries, and this is extra. However, on sea days, there is a breakfast in here that's included, so keep that in mind. And if you ever want to watch sports, it's going to be here. There's all kinds of TVs, and all kinds of sports will be available for you. There's the dry slide, and there's the Symphony of the Seas. This is a, I think, 10-story dry slide. And it's not open right now, but it is from the very top, and you go down this right here, and then there's a little, I call it the Pringles wall, but it's a little climbing wall for the kids. And speaking of this, there is 2 rock climbing walls, one on each side back here, where you do have the Aqua Theater for the aqua shows, and they are amazing. This is the reason to go on an Oasis class ship, to be able to see and watch an aqua show where they will dive from way up there into the water, and it's just a great show. But there's the rock climbing on one side, and those are, if you ever get the large balconies in the back or the aft of the ship, you can actually watch the aqua show from your balcony. And there's another rock climbing wall on this side. So let's go ahead and head well, we're gonna get up to the top soon, but I'm gonna go over by the elevators, and then I'll show you where we're going next. Okay, we're at level 6, and we just looked at the boardwalk right here towards the aft, and you can see we're gonna skip a couple levels, and I'm gonna show you the Central Park, then we'll skip a few levels, I'll show you Wonderland, and the main part, the grand finale, will be right up here. Let's go. Came up to deck 8. I'm gonna show you Dazzles, and then we'll show you the Central Park. Let's show you Dazzles right here. This is like a little jazz club, live band, place to hang out, and yes, dancing as well. Has 2 levels, and so there'll be live bands here. A great view of the boardwalk, by the way. And then right up here you have seating and different tables where you can sit, relax, and see the band right here. So look at this. And then this is the dance floor. This is where it happens. But yeah, 2 levels for Dazzles. Coming out of Dazzles, and this is like the elevator shaft, and it's so cool because you have the glass elevators and artwork all the way up. Look at this. And on the other side, the same thing. But let me show you the way that the rooms or the cabins, your stateroom, let me show you how that looks. Okay, pretty basic. It's like finding your room in a hotel, you know, so it just kind of shows you which way to go, and definitely just hallway back and forth hallway, and then you have the lobby that kind of gets you to the elevator side. And so now let's go look at the Central Park area. Amber loves this, by the way, my wife, and she thinks this is the best part because it has 200 live plants, and it's an outdoor park in the middle of the ship. Look at this. Now here, you're gonna have specialty dining like Chops Grill, Central Park 150 Central Park. But look at this, open air, real live plants. You might hear birds, but there's speakers here. So there's not real birds, but it is a very nice place to hang out and get pictures. And there is a bar here, and there's another rising tide bar that comes from the promenade up to here. And I don't know if you remember, but when we were in the promenade, when we looked up, we saw a skylight. And that's this thing. This thing is the skylight looking down into the promenade. So it really brings light into the promenade. So it's pretty awesome. So there is a cafe here that's included, not extra. It's called Park Cafe, and they do have some music that will play here at night. There's Jamie's Italian. And so you'll either have Giovanni's or Jamie's Italian restaurants, which is extra cost, and you'll have these on the Oasis class ships. It is always a refreshing, nice, relaxing time to hang out in Central Park. Back at the elevator here, and we're gonna show you Wonderland on deck 12, and then we'll head up to 14. No 13? What? Whenever you go into the elevator, you're gonna see that it has the day that you're on, and then also you'll be able to see kind of like, hey, where are we going? Oh, there's Central Park at 8, and what's this one here? Oh, there's the pool zone, and so you could kind of get an idea of where you're going, and you could just press the button, obviously. But look at this. Oh my goodness, there it is. The artwork. Whenever you see green, it means it's going up, and if you see red, it means it's going down. I came to the aft. I was in the forward. There's only staterooms over there, but I wanted to show you Wonderland, and then we'll go up to 14. Here we go. Wonderland. So this is an imaginative cuisine, extra cost, and it has like an Alice in Wonderland kind of theme. Kind of walk through this, and you go through the gold door. And I'll show you some of the restaurant here and give you an idea. This is the menu, and you might say, what? There's nothing on the menu. Once you paint a little bit, I don't know if this has water in it, but once you paint a little bit, it reveals the menu. Oh, how fun. That's what's really cool about this experience. It is not just a dinner, it is an experience. Look at these chairs I would always recommend, if you're ever on a ship that has the Wonderland, get on here. And the Wonder has Wonderland, and so does Symphony. Here's the menu that you choose. See, so you choose, what is it? Sun, ice, fire, earth, sea. It's pretty amazing. Okay, now I'm gonna show you, for those of you that want to meet up with your friends on deck 13. I don't know if you remember, but there was no deck 13, but actually there is. I'm gonna show you a little secret about the hidden deck 13. So we're on 12 right here, okay? So let me walk up once, and I'm gonna show you what's right up here. And this would be towards the aft, right? And there's 14. So guess where I'm standing? I'll meet you on the starboard side aft, deck 13. That's this platform. But we go to deck 14, and let me show you the card room, and then we'll show you Adventure Ocean for the kids. All right, card room is right here. Play games, and it does have kind of like an Alcohol Anonymous meeting here and stuff, but let's see, be quiet in here. I don't know if anybody else is in here, but you can play games in here, read books, different things, and if you have the internet, you can actually log in on your internet account, and there is a place where you can print stuff too if you need to. So the card room. I present to you the card room. Now I walked all the way to the forward for Adventure Ocean. Let me show you this. So the Adventure Ocean is the kid area, and it is included, by the way, child care and child activities where you could drop off your kids, and then certain times it actually costs extra. Now I probably won't be able to show you all in here because there's probably people that drop off their kids, but you can see that everything is secure. There's babies and tots, they call them, right over there. And on this side, you probably have, what do you have? Adventure Ocean Theater. There's a theater for the kids to watch movies and stuff here. They have all of the staff located. But you can see that it is pretty secure once you drop off your kids. Every room has where you can't get in or out unless you are a parent. So there's ages 6 to 8, they're playing around in there. And there's the Voyagers, that's another age group there. So just wanted to show you that. Now right above the kids area, the Adventure Ocean, is the Solarium Bistro. This is towards the forward, and it is where the Solarium is for the adult only area. And it also has the Solarium Bistro, which is where you could get breakfast and lunch and sometimes dinner. I think you do have to just, make a reservation for dinner. So 18 and up into the Solarium, and this is the adult only area. It does have open air, so it's not like the Quantum class ships where it's fully enclosed. And of course, the Icon class ships will have the Aqua Theater up front, so instead of in the aft. But you can see that there's plenty of places to lay out. It is, like I said, open to the air, and it does have some coverage, but then there are some hot tubs, and there's a place where you can actually even get out to the wing there and during sailing, and it's pretty windy, but it is very nice. Look at all this seating here, and what a great view up at the forward. Now there are a couple hot tubs, and there's a cool pool right over there, about the same size as the hot tub. Not huge, but it is a perfect place to hang out. And then let me show you, the bistro here is right here, and a lot of people don't realize this, but the bistro, kids can go into the bistro. It's not just an adult only area, but kids shouldn't be in here or even walk through here. Okay, like the casino, kids can walk through the casino, they just can't stop. Here, kids shouldn't even be walking through, just so you know. And there is a hot tub right outside of the Solarium right here that is that kids can be in as well. It kind of hangs over the side, so it has a wonderful view. Pretty awesome, so check that out. But now we're here at the main thing that you've been waiting for, the pool deck. Let me show you. Now I did go up one level just so you could see, have a better shot at it and see it a little bit better. But there's the water slides, there's 3 of them. This one, the champagne bowl, and then the other blue and yellow one over there. And then you also have the pools, and there's another pool over there. And this is like the main big area. They have these cabanas you can rent, I wanna say for about $150 for the day. And you could be right here at one of these. You could reserve it, but there's plenty of space. Now we are at a port day. Some people chose to stay on the ship and hang out. But let me show you, right over here they have a kid area, and then there's another pool on this other side as well. And I'm gonna show you how you could look down into Central Park. It's pretty amazing. So here is a look into Central Park. This is what would be called a Central Park balcony, a park view balcony. And then I want to show you over here, still Central Park, but they also have park view balconies all the way right here. And then right now that one's closed, that pool's closed, but there's the kid area. Obviously this is all included. And I'm gonna show you a lot of this right here. Now remember, I went up to this level even though we're reviewing this level. So I'm gonna go right down here and show you what's right over here. And then when we get to the aft, that's where it's at. You gotta see this. They do have one part of the ship, of course the casino, and this side they've designated for smoking. And so there's certain places designated for smoking during certain times. And the only time you can't do like smoke right here is during the actual first day when they're fueling the ship. They close this off, so a lot of people just go to the casino to smoke during that time. But I want to show you the place in the back here, the aft, that is where a lot of activities are. Let me show you this. This is going up to the Windjammer from 15, and these stairs, this is the only one you're gonna find it on, is the Symphony of the Seas. These stairs are actually piano stairs. Okay, no piano here, but then watch. I wish I could play a song. Okay, enough fun, let's go. Now next to the kids side, towards the aft, you'll be able to see that there is some ice cream here. Pretty much anytime it's open, included, all you can eat soft serve. And then we have El Loco Fresh here. El Loco Fresh is the tacos, burritos, nachos, Mexican inspired little walk through and get what you want. It's closed right now because it's kind of early, but quesadillas, burritos, tacos, it is amazing. And then they have a toppings bar that's right over here. Put all your toppings on it. It is just simply amazing. So here we go with seating. And then we have the basketball court. They do pickleball here. Looks like they're doing pickleball right now. They also do soccer, volleyball. So this is like the sports court. And so there it is. And then look, we have the mini golf, the dunes over there, probably Symphony Dunes is probably called or something. And and remember when we were down here? Look at that. Remember where the carousel, everything down there. And look, there are balcony rooms. This would be called a boardwalk balcony. And so you do have balconies that face the ocean, but you do have other balconies. So that's really cool to have that experience. Now let's look at the wave runner, or the flow rider they call it. They have 2 of them on this ship. And then the abyss slide that you could get all the way down there. Let me show you that. Now, there is also, I know you can't see it that good, but there's a zip line that goes across right here. There's a zip line that goes above the boardwalk. Oh my goodness. Now, it's not open right now, but usually that would just be water flowing, and you could do boogie boarding. And on one side, it's usually surfing. And so there's another one right over there. And then look, here's the abyss to get into that dry slide that goes all the way down 10 stories. And here's a wipeout bar. It's closed right now, but the wipeout bar is where you can get some drinks as well. And wow, this right here, I wouldn't consider myself a pro, but when it comes to boogie boarding, I get boogie with it, you know what I'm saying? I walked around the backside here. There's the court that we walked out right there. And right here is all the Windjammer, which is the buffet. So that's on deck 16, okay? And then you have the suites right up here. These are all suites. So obviously I won't be able to show you that, but I will show you. Let's go in. I'm gonna show you going down this side. There's some ping pong, and then I'm gonna go up into the Windjammer area, up above that, and show you what's up there. We have the Windjammer Marketplace, which is just a huge buffet, which I pointed out just a second ago. And then we have Hooked Seafood Restaurant. I'm gonna show you that towards the forward. And then we also have the suite deck. So let's go ahead and show you some of that stuff. Oh, I wish I can show you this when it's all full. I wish you can see it when it's all set up right here, because there is seafood galore, and it's amazing. So the seafood sandwich is what you want to try if you come here, but it does have a bar, but this is an extra dining cost. And then right below it is the Solarium Bistro that we talked about, where you can have breakfast here instead of at the Windjammer if you want. And breakfast at the main dining room, level 3 on sea days. You can have a sit down, not a buffet style, but where they bring it to you. But there's the Solarium we were in before. And so this is the Hooked Seafood Restaurant. Here's the menu. It is an extra cost, remember that. So the only thing left to see is the suite area, but I don't have a suite. So for the common folk, if you're ever on 16 and you want to go up to the suite deck, there's only down. You cannot even get there. No, I'm just playing. It's from the back you could get there, from the aft. And so it is, I showed you before when I was back there. Well, there it is, the Symphony of the Seas. Thanks for letting me show you around. And if you haven't already, make sure to like, share, subscribe. I might be on a ship that you might want to see soon. And so go to my channel and see all of the playlists there. And maybe you find an interest of getting free cruises. I don't know, maybe. So until next time, I hope to see you cruising and rolling on a craps table soon. Watch this video if you would, and subscribe. Thanks again for watching, and we'll see you later. Bye.